Good afternoon, guys, and happy, today's, I was going to say Saturday. It's Friday, guys. Happy Friday to all of your sunshiny faces. I was going to say Saturday because Matthew, I think this is the first day of football camp where he didn't go over to his friend's house afterwards, so he was like home early. And then, which I think they've only had like 3 days of football practice already, or football camp, but he, today, out of the last 3, is the only day he like came home right after school, or school, I guess it is school, but after camp. Anyways though, guys, and then 2, my dad's been home for the last 2 days because he works at a university, and so like the last 2 days there's like a mandatory like no staff on campus or something like that. I don't totally remember exactly what he was explaining, but I think it's like no like working personnel, like utility personnel or whatever it is, for like 2 days. I don't know exactly what it's for, but for whatever, Thursday, Friday he had off. So he had off today and yesterday as well. And so my dad gets like a nice a long Father's Day weekend, 4-day Father's Day weekend. And so tomorrow though, we are actually going out for Father's Day breakfast because Sunday is going to be just like a little too crazy to try and go. And then also too because my dad wants to go on Saturday, so we're going to Colonial instead of IHOP, which is my dad's, like he always wants to go there. But I can actually eat a lot more at Colonial than I can at IHOP because like for lunch and stuff like that, like Colonial has like some vegetarian lunch options. Even if we go for breakfast, I can still have like their lunch stuff because I actually hate breakfast food. Like I can't stand, like there's no breakfast food with the exception of like hash browns or some type of potato that I actually like for breakfast. Like I don't mind waffles and like pancakes, but it's just like carb. I mean, even though I guess technically like potatoes are carbs too, but like I feel like I can dress them up a lot more and put like cheese on them, and you know, like I make mine with like peppers and you know lots of other like, you know, I don't know, sour cream if you wanted that or whatever. And it can be more of a lunch or dinner as well. You can eat at any time, whereas like pancakes, it'd be weird, like with the exception of like frozen pancakes. But like how often do you just randomly make pancakes on the stove if it's not for breakfast or something like that? So you know, what was I going to say? I was going on a rant about breakfast food. But yeah, so there's like not a lot of breakfast food though that I like there, and they have a lot of lunch options, which I normally eat like lunch food anyway for breakfast most of the time. I mean, like I'll have a bagel sometimes too, but I don't know. I just like with pancakes and stuff like that, the only way you can go with it is really sweet. I mean, you could add butter to it, but that's like the extent of pancakes or waffles. Like, or else you have to add something like really sweet, like it's like, you know, whipped cream and like fruit and, you know, stuff like that. Like it's all sweet stuff and syrup and that kind of thing. And to me, I don't like sweet stuff, especially not for breakfast. I'm not a big sweets person, but I especially hate it for breakfast. I can't stand like syrup and waffles. I'd rather have buttered pancakes, you know, or something like that. But yeah, I'm just not a fan. So that's why breakfast for me is a very limited option in traditional breakfast places. But what I really do like is that, like I said, we go to Colonial and I can pretty much have lunch if I want lunch for breakfast. So, because last time I got the delicious, I don't even remember what it was called, that delicious like sandwich thing. Oh my goodness, guys, it was so good. So that's possibly what I might have if they have it again. And normally we go like a little bit later too, like it's not super early, like 8 o'clock in the morning. I think my dad said we're gonna go at like 10, which is like, depending on when I wake up, could be like lunch anyway. I mean like 10, 11 o'clock or so, you know, it's kind of like lunchtime, so it's not super weird. But because of that, we are not going grocery shopping tomorrow. We're actually going grocery shopping on Sunday. And it was kind of nice too because I didn't get a chance to make my list because the last 2 nights, guys, okay, with the exception of yesterday, even though like I had so much work stuff to do yesterday, and then afterwards I was like, okay, I'm just gonna chill and watch like a movie, right? I told you guys. And then this morning when I woke up, I actually ended up watching my movie this morning. I told you guys my summer movie marathon thing that I'm trying to do, a different movie every single day. I watched The Martian this morning, which is a 2.5-hour movie, and I was like, oh, like I'll just have a, you know, watch a movie and have my breakfast, you know, my coffee and stuff like that. So I did that, but the 2.5-hour movie, I kept pausing it every like 20 minutes or so to go having to do something else. So the 2.5-hour movie really turned into like a 3, almost 4-hour movie for me. So yeah, it wasted a good portion of my morning-ish, you know, and stuff like that. But the good thing was, even though I was like interrupted, like I said, several times this morning during my movie, I did do laundry and got that all taken care of, because my parents were like, our laundry's overflowing, we need the laundry done. So I was like, okay, I'll do your guys' laundry, even though all the other laundry in the house was taken care of. Theirs was what I took the longest to get to, and their clothes were all over the floor because their basket was overflowing. So yeah, that's kind of why I need to be interrupted. But then that took like almost a good like 45 minutes to sort through all their clothes and start laundry and stuff like that. And then to just like for random other stuff too, like with the puppies, I was like, okay, great, I'll stop the movie, go help with that. So yeah, 4 hours this morning. That shouldn't have been a very long movie, but it was a really good movie, guys. Honestly, that movie was good, and Matthew saw it way before I did, and he said it was a good movie too. Matthew's even Matthew agrees with this mouthful of toothpaste. So yeah, but it was a good movie. And like I told you guys too, yesterday I watched The Accountant, and so I already watched my movie for today, so I'm not gonna watch anything else. I'm gonna take a shower and head to bed. But yeah, grocery shopping on Sunday. It's like everything's kind of changing a little bit for this week, but yeah, I'm gonna hopefully take a shower and head to bed early, because like I went to bed, I fell asleep late last night because the movie took me a lot longer than I thought, like till like 1:20 or something like that. So I don't think I fell asleep until like after 1:40 probably, or something around there. So yeah, guys, and then I woke up kind of late. Like the last like 3 or 4 days, I think I've been waking up at like 10 o'clock. But, you know, I'm hoping tomorrow I have to be up before 10 o'clock because we're going to leave for breakfast by then. And then Sunday too, I'll have to be up at least decently early to go to the grocery store. So like the next 2 days, hopefully it'll get me back into routine. And so that's why I'm hoping to take a shower real quick, which I just need to take a really fast shower anyway. And then I can get to bed too. But I also did dishes today, guys, so I was productive at work today, guys. I have to do like a blog post thing for my mom and like share all these listings and stuff like that. But long story short, normally without the whole explanation, it's an average of like 50 a day is normally like the norm. On the weekends, sometimes it can be a little bit more. Like I had one weekend where it was like close to 100, I think right around. Today was over 100, and I wasn't totally expecting that because it was Friday and I wasn't thinking there was going to be that many. Like normally like a Saturday or Sunday is more. Originally when I started doing it, it wasn't that many. Now it's like all of a sudden like 50, 60 a day. And like average, sometimes less than that, sometimes like 30, 40 on a slower day. But yeah, I wasn't expecting 100 today, and now I was like, oh my gosh, it took me like an hour and a half probably to do, which I mean isn't like super long, but normally I'm like do it in under an hour, so it took me a little bit longer than I expected for today. So yeah, actually probably longer than that. It was probably closer to 2 hours, but yeah, especially like it's weird too on a day when you're not expecting to like have that much extra time taken out of your day, and you're like, oh yeah, this should just be quick, and then you're like, okay, never mind, it's not gonna be quick because it took like 2 hours. So yeah, tomorrow I gotta be prepared to kind of buckle down, because I think there's a lot of stuff for some reason getting posted this weekend, and it makes kind of sense because I feel like a lot of people are trying to like do this before Sunday because it's Father's Day. So yeah, maybe I'll go into a longer explanation for you guys on a different day. But anyways though, yeah, I'm sorry guys, I will vlog tomorrow most likely, maybe when we're even out at breakfast and stuff like that. But long story short, guys, I'll see you all on tomorrow's vlog. If you guys did enjoy today's, make sure you guys give a big old thumbs up. If you guys aren't new, we'd love if you'd subscribe, and I'll see all of your sunshiny faces tomorrow. So bye guys.